So billionaire Elon Musk, he's bought 9% of Twitter. I think he has now the largest ownership share. Here's the headline. This is from NBC News, right? So they said here that Elon Musk has bought a 9% stake in Twitter. And this comes, of course, after he's been railing about Twitter's lack of free speech. He actually held a poll a few weeks ago where he said, free speech is essential to a functioning democracy. Do you believe Twitter rigorously adheres to this principle? And he said the consequences of this poll will be important. Please vote carefully. So this was, of course, a week or two before it was revealed that he had bought an ownership stake in Twitter, or a 9% ownership stake. So honestly, I don't know what that means, because the same day that this is announced, we see those labels being put on a lot of accounts. Scott Ritter is banned. Now he's back. I don't know what that means, if they're actually going to make changes where they stop labeling accounts that don't align with U.S. foreign policy. I will say one thing, though. This is from space.com. Elon Musk, his space company, right, is called SpaceX. He said that SpaceX's Starlink will not block Russian news sources unless at gunpoint. So he said that Starlink has been told by some governments, not Ukraine, to block Russian news sources, and we will not do so unless at gunpoint. This follows, of course, the trend where you're seeing the EU asking for RT to be banned, and then YouTube actually went and banned RT Espanol and Arabic, like worldwide. Everything Russian, from music to television, you name it, it's being banned left and right. So I guess this is perhaps a more principled stance. I hope we see more of this on Twitter, because, as it stands now, they just discredit people by labeling them this and that. They ban accounts. They also have withheld RT's account, although I don't know how he could fight that, because that's a legal order from the EU. So that just shows you where the governments are and international bodies. It's all, the EU is democratic until we don't like what you're saying. So I don't know what this means, honestly. It could end up being absolutely nothing. He's now a member of the board, but I don't know if that's going to make a big difference. I think, honestly, there's so much pressure from DC, from especially neoliberals to censor opinions they don't like on big tech companies, on platforms like Twitter and Facebook. I don't know how one person can resist that pressure, if he's even serious about it. But we'll see. We'll see.